This next one people are gonna hate me for, and I say that a lot, but I think, you know, so many people love this book. Why? I don't know. Hi guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about some series that I don't plan on continuing. I try to do this video every year at the beginning of the year because it kind of then is like a wrap-up video for the year, because it's series that I've decided in that year I won't continue, if that makes sense. But that's a little bit of a long title, so we're just gonna condense it down. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload every Tuesday and Friday, and now let's jump into the video. The first series I'm not gonna continue is the, I don't know what this is called, Witchlands series by Susan Dennard. I DNF'd this book this year, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Didn't enjoy it, wasn't my thing. Same goes for The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. It's another DNF. I mean, that's, yeah, bad. Bad. All these I've talked about before. Another DNF, A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. Don't know why this is even a series to begin with, because it's already so bad, and I only read 100 pages. Same goes for The Red Knight. I don't know what the series is called, by Miles Cameron. It's a fantasy series. There's like 5 books or 4 books, and I also DNF'd this book because it was bad. It's not my thing. I know so many people love it, and they've been telling me that it does get better. I should push through like the first section. I read 200 pages of this book, and it is still shit. So even if it does get better, I don't care. Also, The Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne, another DNF. DNF Malice, not gonna continue, obviously. Now we're finally getting into some series where I've actually finished the first book. Let's applaud myself for that. Spectacular feat. The Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jake Kristoff. I read Illuminae, violently hated it. Watch that video if you have. Watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's a bad book. It's trying to build up a smokescreen by including the file format and like different media, and then trying to pretend like it's a good, interesting book when the story is so bland and the characters are stupid and the dialogue is unnatural and cringeworthy. So I hated this, won't continue, obviously. On the next series, I really wasn't sure, because I enjoyed the first book. I kind of was mad about the second book, but I feel like it's just not worth it, really. And that's the Miss Fran Fisher Investigates series by Carrie. Greenwood. The first book is Miss Fran Fisher Investigates. Second one is Flying Too High. Now, this is a really long series, and it follows the main character of Fran Fisher. I think it's set in like the 1920s or so, and she's like a detective. She's very witty. It's kind of funny. Each of these is like an individual mystery that she's solving, and I thought that was a pretty cool concept, pretty interesting. The thing is, each of these books is $10, and it's very short, and the second one wasn't that good. So I just don't feel like it's worth my time and money to get these and continue this. I'd much rather like switch to watching like the series. Do let me know if you think that the series gets better, but you know, already being burned out at book 2 isn't really a good sign, I think. The next one comes as no surprise, and that's A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. One of the most disappointing books I've probably ever read, just considering the incredible hype around this book. I don't think it's good. I don't. And I will not continue the series for that very reason. I don't care about the characters, I don't care about this world, it's not a particularly good story, and I'm not gonna continue reading. The next series I will not continue is the Tenceret series by Ji Yang or J.Y. Yang. The first book is The Black Tides of Heaven. I think it's a duology, but I'm not really sure. It's a fantasy novella, and it's kind of interesting. The concept is quite interesting, but to be honest, this book like follows, it's not a book, it's a novella. This novella follows the lives of 2 twins, children, from the time that they were born until they're like 40 years old. And you can imagine how well that goes in like 100, 200 pages. Not that interesting. It literally jumps in time continuously, and because of that, you never really settle into any one time period. You don't really get to know the characters very well. You don't really care about the characters. The world is interesting, but also not interesting enough to carry the story, so I just don't feel like continuing. The Bells by Daniel Clayton. I do believe that this is supposed to be a series. I don't know why, because the book is bad, one of the worst books I read in 2018, or one of the most disappointing at the very least. Check out my review for it. No, don't know why we need more of that. Then we have The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. You would not believe how much people enjoy this series and like hate on me in the comments of my video where I talk about how bad it is. My favorite argument is people saying, I don't get why you're upset that Carden is mean, because the book is called The Cruel Prince and he's a fairy and fairies are evil creatures. Like, what, I'm not upset that Carden is an asshole by itself. I'm upset that he's not being treated as an asshole by everybody else. I'm upset that he's not getting to suffer the consequences for his actions. I'm upset that his actions are being excused as not being able to handle his emotions because he's too much in love, so he needs to be a dick about it. Like, that's what I'm upset about, and it's not okay. Not okay. So I know this is a video where I talk about series I won't continue, but I might still read the sequel. It's one of these books where I'm like, I think I want to know what happens next, but I know I'm gonna hate it, but I still want to know what happens next because there's a cliffhanger and like the views. Just kidding. But let me know if you think I should read I think it's called The Wicked King, because it's coming out soon. So I might read it. I don't know. This next one people are gonna hate me for, and I say that a lot, but I think, you know, so many people love this book. Why? I don't know. The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang will not continue the series. I did a very, very in-depth review for this book and why it was bad, because apparently no one else thinks so, and I don't get why. It's a bad book. It's badly structured. Story's bad, goes to shit at 50%, and I don't even want to go anywhere near the sequel with a 10-foot pole. This book let me down enormously, and I don't want to ever interact with it again or anything that relates to it. And the last series I won't continue is the Deanna Madden series by A.R. Torre. The first book is The Girl in 60. I think it's a trilogy about this girl that like has the urge to kill people, so she lives in her own apartment as like a stripper or like a cam girl, and then she solves crimes. I don't know. It's very weird. It's like an erotic thriller, but it's very weird. This book had no suspense really, and it was not really believable, and it was trying to be though, so kind of that disconnect kind of annoyed me, and overall I just not that good. I think I gave this 2 stars, so I don't want to read the sequels. And that's it for all the books that I won't continue in 2019 or any year after that. Let me know which series you call the time of death on this year. I think it's healthy to do this every now and again, to be like, nope, I'm done with that. Bye. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I upload every Tuesday and Friday, and I will see you very soon with another video. Until then, have a lovely week. Bye!